Hi, this is Joanne Crapo, and I'm the CEO for the Girl Scouts of Maine. The Girl Scout Silver Award is the highest award earned by a Girl Scout Cadet. The Silver Award is a take-action project that requires a minimum of 50 hours of work and gives girls the chance to show that they are leaders who are organized, determined, and dedicated to improving their communities. This year, we are excited to celebrate 21 Girl Scouts who completed wonderful Silver Award projects to earn this honor. Their Silver Award projects are admirable and make positive impacts in their communities. I know all of us at Girl Scouts of Maine are so proud of their achievements and community service. Congratulations to you all.
Hello, this is Governor Janet Mills. Hello, Girl Scouts. Congratulations on earning the Girl Scouts Silver and Gold Awards. As recipients of Girl Scouts' highest honors, you should all feel very proud of this accomplishment. Your dedication and persistence and commitment to service has prepared you well for your future. The leadership skills and values you've developed through scouting will benefit not only you, but your communities, our state, and the world, and make them a better place. As the first woman governor of Maine, I hope you will put your leadership skills to work in your communities, your schools, your careers, maybe even run for office sometime. Again, congratulations on achieving these prestigious and well-earned awards. I encourage you all to continue to work hard, and I wish you the very best in the future on behalf of all the people of Maine. Thank you.
Congratulations to my fellow Girl Scouts Silver Award recipients. We are so incredibly proud of you. You are the epitome of go-getters, innovators, risk-takers, and leaders of cadets across the country, and we cannot wait to see what you do next. Madison School has a food and clothing pantry called the Falcon's Nest, which provides disadvantaged students with snacks during the school day. Soon after its creation, many students were identified as needing food at home on the weekends. Volunteering at the Falcon's Nest, Madison learned that the current process of distributing food for the weekends did not allow the Falcon's Nest to serve many students. To understand this issue more, Madison researched food insecurity and similar food pantry programs that had systems in place to be more efficient, allowing them to serve more students. Madison determined that the best way to tackle food insecurity at her school was to get organized. Madison created an online tracking system that allowed volunteers to catalog the food donations and sort it based on students' dietary restrictions. When faced with the challenge that her original inventory system idea would not work, instead of giving up, Madison made adjustments until she came up with a system that worked for the Falcon's Nest. Madison says that her project helped her develop her communication skills and present information in a clear manner. Madison's advice to others working on their Silver Award is to not give up, even if things don't go as planned. McKenna is a dancer, and she knows firsthand that some of the benefits of this athletic art form are positive self-esteem, physical fitness, and socialization. McKenna discovered that children that are exposed to these types of mental and physical health benefits at an early age are more likely to become mentally and physically healthy adults. Having this knowledge, McKenna decided to create an after-school dance club for children in 3rd and 4th grade. McKenna worked with her project advisor to create lesson plans for each club meeting. They came up with 6 weeks' worth of lessons that culminated with the final performance for the children's families and friends. McKenna shared her lesson plans and curriculum with other area elementary schools and community organizations so that they might start clubs of their own. When asked what advice she would give to others pursuing her Silver Award, McKenna said, "Believe in yourself. If there is something you want to do for your community, go for it. Don't be scared. Be proud of what you did, because in the end, no matter what you did, if your project involved your whole community or only a small part of it, you made a difference." Leah observed that a popular visitor activity at Riverbank Park in Westbrook was to feed the ducks bread and cereal. Investigating further, Leah worked with the Maine Audubon and the sustainability manager of Westbrook to confirm that improper feeding was causing harm to the duck population. Leah researched feeding ordinances enacted by other towns so she could learn more about her community issue and what was being done to address it. Leah decided that the best way to make an impact was to educate residents and park visitors on the harmful effects of feeding wildlife. Together with her project advisor and the Westbrook Services Department, Leah designed and erected 3 educational signs along the Penobscot River in the park. Leah also had a table at several community events, allowing her to educate the public. The town of Westbrook was inspired by Leah's project that enacted a Don't Feed the Ducks campaign, and they hope to pass an ordinance in the near future in response to it. Leah says that by completing her Silver Award project, she feels more confident and that she's gained new leadership skills, such as public speaking. Leah's advice to other girls working on their Silver Award is to just do it and have fun. Maeve observed in her community that the creative arts do not receive enough support or attention and that there is always something else deemed more important. Through further investigation, she discovered that children ages 3 to 6 do not receive enough exposure to the creative arts, especially music. This is true in communities all over the United States, not just her own. Maeve teamed up with the executive director of the Gorham Community Arts Center to create the unique solution of a music wall for her community. Maeve led her team in constructing a multicolored wall with pots, pans, and other objects attached to it that create musical sounds when they are struck. Maeve strategically placed her wall outside of the daycare portion of the Gorham Community Arts Center, which allows children ages 3 to 6 the opportunity to use the wall. Additionally, Maeve installed an informational plaque next to the music wall to explain its purpose and the benefits of music and music education. Maeve is most excited that her project has gotten more kids involved with music and allowed them to be creative. When asked what she learned through her project, Maeve said, "I learned that people in this community, particularly when it comes to their children, want what's best. I learned that if I put my mind to something, I can achieve anything." Through her volunteer work at local nursing homes, Macy observed that residents with dementia and Alzheimer's seem bored, stressed, and confused. After talking with the nursing home staff, she learned that sensory therapy is one way of calming, soothing, and comforting Alzheimer's patients. Macy decided she wanted her Silver Award project to address this issue and organized community members to create fidget blankets. Macy teamed up with experienced sewers in her area to start a sewing club, which would design and create the blankets. The club met weekly to enhance their sewing skills and learn about Alzheimer's and how fidget blankets can help. Together, they made 20 blankets to be distributed to 6 area nursing homes. Macy ensured the sustainability of her project by starting a club to create the blankets, educating the club members on Alzheimer's and its effects, and teaching them lifelong skills. To raise even more awareness about Alzheimer's and to educate and inspire others, Macy used social media to enhance her message. When asked about what she learned by doing her project, Macy said, "I have participated in many groups before, but this was the first time I have been a leader, which has helped my skills to grow. I feel more confident." Through her love of cooking and volunteering at her local food pantry's garden, Abby realized that a lot of the garden produce goes to waste. She discovered one reason that the produce was going to waste was that patrons of the cupboard didn't know how to cook or use the produce. For her Silver Award project, Abby decided to turn her love for cooking and concern about food waste into a creative solution: recipe handouts for food cupboard patrons. Abby spent hours researching and testing recipes that incorporated the fresh produce grown in the pantry garden and other low-cost prepackaged food items, making sure the recipes she was testing were relatively quick to prepare. She then created cards for her favorite recipes and gave them to the food pantry, which distributes the recipes with the produce they give away. Abby says that she developed her work ethic more through this project. I learned that trying to relate the things I am doing to something I'm passionate about helps, she said. Abby advises other girls to pick something you care about and to start early. Molly found herself thinking a lot about children and food insecurity. She was thinking about this so much that she decided to do some research on this global issue and discovered that 1 in 5 children in the United States are at risk of hunger. Molly decided to take her research a step further and began talking to local food pantries and others in her community to determine what resources were available locally. Molly discovered that there were numerous resources available, but that those in need did not know about them. Molly decided to create a resource booklet that could be distributed to those in need. The booklet included information on the different programs available for food insecurity, along with contact information and information on the eligibility of benefits. Molly distributed her booklet to local schools as well as her town office. She also worked with her town officials and school administration to ensure the sustainability of her project, and they both agreed to continue printing, distributing, and updating her booklet as needed. One of the most important things Molly learned while working on her project was that there are just as many resources as there are people needing them. The problem is not everyone knows how to acquire the help they really need. Katie observed at her local community's Memorial Day parade and at other events she attended with flag ceremonies that people did not know the proper etiquette regarding raising and handling the American flag. Connecting with a member of the American Legion to discuss ways to educate youth on proper flag etiquette, Katie discovered they have a program that teaches third graders proper flag etiquette, but Katie knew her project needed to extend to all ages. Katie created a series of flag etiquette guides, including an instructional video, a step-by-step written booklet, and an educational workshop. All of these elements ensured the sustainability of Katie's project, as they can be easily shared and recreated. Additionally, Katie made these resources available at her local library so that citizens of any age can learn proper flag etiquette. One of Katie's project goals was to educate and personally instruct 20 different groups using the resources she created, which she achieved while learning how to be patient and enhancing her public speaking skills. When asked what she learned through her Silver Award project, Katie said, "Be prepared to answer questions about Girl Scouts and the Silver Award during your project, because many people will ask questions, not just about your project." Taylor discovered that many in her community have a hard time providing for themselves, and that many of these people have pets to provide them comfort and companionship, which led Taylor to the realization that food insecurity doesn't affect just people. It can affect their pets too. She decided the focus of her Silver Award project would address this issue. Taylor determined that the best way to make an impact was by teaming up with Dog Will, a local nonprofit mobile pet pantry that supplies pet parents in need with basic pet necessities, to collect reusable cat litter containers. Taylor put her leadership skills into action by talking with local businesses to establish collection stations throughout her community. In total, Taylor created 5 collection stations that will continue to be maintained and spread the word about her project by tabling at local community events and having an article published in a local newspaper. Taylor says that I've learned to have more self-confidence and be more comfortable talking with the public and working with people in my community. With these skills, I have learned how to better communicate about this issue that I support and that I feel is very important to this world today. Olivia observed that bullying and other undesirable behaviors were a common issue on her middle school's playground. Through research, she discovered that oftentimes the cause of bullying is due to boredom and low self-esteem. After talking with her school's principal and creating a presentation for the school's building committee about the behavior she observed and the benefits of structured activities during recess, Olivia was granted approval to build a Gaga pit to provide an activity to reduce boredom and bullying. The game of Gaga is played throughout the United States, and it is short and fast-paced, so many kids can play the game during a recess period. Olivia gained confidence with public speaking. She demonstrated her leadership abilities by presenting her ideas to community groups and businesses when asking for material donations and organizing construction days for the group of volunteers that assisted with her project. She ensured the sustainability of her project by constructing the Gaga pit out of durable materials that will last 3 to 5 years before maintenance is required. She also ensured its sustainability by placing the Gaga pit within view of the school security cameras, which will discourage vandalism. Olivia is proud to have taken a stand against bullying and putting a positive spin on what could be a negative situation. Her advice to others earning their silver award is to be super over-prepared, and it is okay to get a no thanks answer. Olivia is creative and enjoys art. She also likes getting to know people in her community. The more she observed her community, the more Olivia noticed the lack of art in it. Olivia discovered that art provides more than just beauty for a community. It provides a means of connection and inspiration for its citizens. For her Silver Award project, Olivia was inspired by an international art movement called Before I Die. Olivia decided the best way to merge her interests would be to install an interactive art wall in her community. Olivia put her leadership skills to the test by presenting her project idea and the benefits it would have on the community to her town's director of finance, the mayor, and other town administrators. To ensure her project would have a long-lasting impact and measurable outcomes, Olivia knew the art wall would need to be located in an area where there would be a lot of foot traffic. It was challenging to find a location, but Olivia overcame this challenge by working with the local community center. Olivia was very excited to see how successful her project was and never imagined that it would turn out the way that it did. Her advice to others working on their Silver Award is to not procrastinate and to go out of your comfort zone because it pays off. Mackenzie enjoys spending time at Morgan's Beach. What she doesn't enjoy is seeing people litter and leave their garbage behind at the beach. Mackenzie worked with the beach caretaker to determine why people mistreated the shorefront and discovered one of the reasons was because they didn't know about the existing garbage and recycling receptacles, and people were more likely to litter entering or leaving the changing facilities, which were in disrepair. Mackenzie used her creativity and decided the best way to make an impact on the environment at Morgan's Beach would be by informing people about the harmful effects of pollution. For her Silver Award project, Mackenzie constructed 4 new doors for the changing stalls at the beach and painted different educational art murals inspired by the environment that included information saying such as, "No one can do everything, but everyone can do something. Help keep our beach clean." Mackenzie advises others that are interested in earning their Silver Award to plan ahead and do their best to stick to their schedule. When asked what she learned through her project, Mackenzie says, "I developed better communication and leadership skills. I learned that I love helping out my community." Olivia plays the clarinet and tenor saxophone in her school's symphonic band and has witnessed firsthand the positive effects music can have on a person. Olivia observed that her school was lacking in musical education and access to musical experiences for younger students. Knowing the impact music can have in a person's life, Olivia set out to change that at her school. With the help of volunteers and community organizations, Olivia constructed an outdoor musical wall using uncommon items to create instruments, including cymbals and even a xylophone out of PVC pipes. To measure the impact of her project, Olivia gave presentations to the teachers at her school on the purpose of the musical wall and asked them to collect specific data on the number of kids using the wall, how long they interacted with it, and then observations the teachers made on the students' tendency towards musicality after interacting with the wall. One obstacle that Olivia faced was how roughly the kids interacted with the music wall. To overcome this, she created an instructional video demonstrating how to use the wall, which teachers shared with their students. One of the teachers informed Olivia that a student with autism was benefiting greatly from her music wall project. That made me feel so warm inside because that is the main reason I built this structure, to help people in my community in a different way through music. Bailey has enjoyed participating in junior ranger programs at many national parks and enjoys spending time at nearby Moosehorn National Wildlife Refuge, but observed that they didn't have a junior ranger program. Through research, Bailey discovered that children who spend time outside are more confident and creative than their peers. So Bailey decided that a way to get more children outside and enjoying the refuge would be to develop a junior ranger program. Through research and the help of her project advisor, one of the MNWR Rangers, she created a 14-page Junior Ranger booklet that includes activities specific to the refuge. Children complete the activities to receive a Junior Ranger certificate and patch. Bailey also ensured that her project will continue for years to come by giving the refuge a flash drive of the book files so that they can print more copies and update her book as needed. When asked what she learned while doing her project, Bailey said, "I learned to be more assertive and how to work with team members who might have different ideas than me. I learned that it is okay to ask for help." Chloé has always loved to read, but noticed her friends and classmates didn't always share her love of reading. When she decided to earn her silver award, Chloé knew she wanted her project to focus on getting others interested in literature. Working with her local librarian as her project advisor, she discovered that causes of illiteracy is short attention span and lack of access to books. Chloé decided to create story sacs to help engage children in reading. Each sac contains a book and activities to go along with the book. To help ensure the sustainability of her project, Chloé made an agreement with her local library regarding the care and maintenance of the sacs. Chloé was able to share her project with others and create a global connection by emailing other librarians across the state and in other states about her project and sharing with them how to make story sacs. Although Chloé faced some financial challenges related to her project, she used her creativity and was able to use her resources wisely to overcome these challenges. Chloé was most excited to see that little kids were excited about reading because of her story sacs and advises other girls working on their silver award to do their best because the best part of the project is the feeling of completion at the end. For her silver award project, Lorenza wanted to focus on a way to give families an activity to do together outside. Merging her passion for reading with her interest in family and community engagement, she decided to create a storybook trail. To turn her idea into a reality, Lorenza partnered with a variety of community organizations, including her town council, the local library, and several local businesses. Working with librarians, Lorenza selected a book easy for young children to read and yet interesting enough for people of all ages. With the help of several skilled volunteers, she constructed 14 podiums, which she mounted the pages of the book to and then weatherproofed the structures. To gain approval to place the story page structures on town property, Lorenza gave a presentation to her town council, mapping out her proposed trails that included a written proposal and slideshow. The town council unanimously agreed to Lorenza's project, and they also agreed to maintain the storyboards for the future. Even though Lorenza is finished with her project, she thinks that her leadership skills will grow in the future because she learned that even when things get hard, she can pause, take a deep breath, and try something else to accomplish her goals. While enjoying her local trail system, Brook Trails, Chloé observed many older people use the trails, especially in the winter months, and that they were having difficulty due to accessibility and needing to put on their snowshoes in the icy parking lot while holding on to their vehicles, which was not very safe for the older snowshoers. Chloé decided to build and install a series of benches throughout the trail to best address this issue. Chloé worked with local hardware and lumber stores to determine the most effective and durable design and structure of the benches. The final benches were strategically placed along the trails, addressing the issue and offering a place to rest for people along the trails. Chloé also installed signs by the benches stating their purpose and log books on the benches, which allowed her to assess how many people were using the benches and the impact that her project was having. Chloé has received requests from others to build similar benches for them and is most excited about the impact her project is having on the community. When asked what she learned through her project, Chloé says, "Things take time. It will not be completed in a week. I learned that I can do it. Just give it a try." Nora is passionate about the plight of the North Atlantic right whale. She is so interested in this topic that she is even a member of the Calviniers, a science-based extracurricular activity for students in grades 6 through 8 that focuses on conserving this marine species through public education and outreach. She knew she wanted to incorporate this passion and global issue into her Silver Award project. Through research, she discovered that the most effective way to get her message out would be to design and launch a website for the Calviniers, which would enable them to effectively communicate with the public on a more global scale. She worked with a professional website designer to construct a functional website that allows the group to continuously publish updated information about the right whale's plight and for communication and interaction with the public. Nora ensured the sustainability of her website by using a platform that was easy to use, and she created a manual on how to update and maintain the site so that other Calvinier members can update it. Nora tracked the interactions between the Calviniers and outside users of the site, as well as analyzed her website's ability to perform its goals to ensure her project was making an impact. Nora is most excited about the number of interactions she's had with her website, and her advice to others earning their Silver Award is try something new that you've never done before or don't have much experience with. This project was a great opportunity to widen my skill set. Olivia observed that there weren't many opportunities for kids to be physically active in her community unless they belonged to an organized sports team. This observation and further research led her to discover that when kids exercise at younger ages, they are more likely to make physical activity a habit. Through her volunteering with the Cumberland North Yarmouth Triathlon, Olivia discovered that one reason triathlons are so appealing is that they give participants the opportunity to step out of their comfort zone and try things they would never have been able to before. Olivia decided the best way to tackle the issue of childhood physical fitness would be to create and share a kids' triathlon reference guide so that communities would know how to organize and host physical activities on a reoccurring basis in a way that would be appealing to youth of all ages. Olivia's advice to other girls hoping to earn their Silver Award is, I started my project on something completely different and then found out the organization no longer wanted my help. I thought about giving up on my Silver Award, but I kept pushing, and I have learned that you can do anything you put your mind to. Ginger observed that students at her school sometimes need help focusing on their schoolwork. Working with teachers and the principal, she learned that one of the biggest reasons is due to sensory overload. Allowing kids to take a break and focus on something different calms their bodies and allows them to retain what they've learned and remain more attentive in the classroom. For her Silver Award project, Ginger created a motor break hallway, a colorful, exciting, fun, physical path with wall push-ups, a yoga station, moon rock hop, balance lines, and more for the kids at her school to move and get their wiggles out. Ginger created a space theme with decals, star mirrors, and motivational posters with positive messages. To measure the impact of her project, Ginger asked teachers to monitor and report back on their students' level of attentiveness. One obstacle Ginger encountered was working around school staff schedules. Arranging meetings and schedules was not always easy, but Ginger advises to stick to your project timeline as much as possible and plan ahead. Ginger says that she will use the leadership skills she gained from her project in the future by being fearless to make small changes in communities that need help. Autumn knows what anxiety and stress feels like, and she knows what helps her deal with them. For her Silver Award project, Autumn learned that 20% of the kids at her middle school have special needs, including stress and anxiety disorders, and that there aren't enough resources for them. Autumn decided to create processing boards to make available to students. Autumn worked with her guidance counselor, school principal, and other teachers to determine what should go on the boards and where they should be placed. The processing boards created by Autumn include items such as stress balls, note cards to write positive messages, fidget spinners, and other objects that help alleviate anxiety and stress. Additionally, Autumn worked with the school's parent-teacher organization, which agreed to maintain the boards, both financially and physically. Autumn's project was so successful that other organizations reached out to her asking her to create additional processing boards for their patients and clients. Autumn says that she learned she can accomplish great things when she puts her mind to it, and advises other girls working on their silver award to ask for help and don't give up.
Congratulations to this year's Silver Award Girl Scouts. It is time to celebrate your accomplishments. You all took the challenge and made a difference, not only in your local communities, but across our entire state. I am continually amazed and inspired by the level of passion, resourcefulness, and creativity each of you brings to your projects and in making our world a better place. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Silver Award recipients. Great job.